Hey, welcome back to our final video in the series about Instagram to Spotify conversion campaigns. And in this one, I'm going to go over some of the results that you can realistically expect. So just to clarify, there are two different strategies that you can employ with these campaigns. One is a release push. So let's say you've just released a new song and you want to drive as much traffic as possible to that one particular song so that Spotify algorithms and playlists like Release Radar and Discover Weekly pick it up and push that song out to new listeners. I won't go into too many specifics about running a campaign like that, but generally speaking, it requires a lot more cost up front as opposed to over time. The other strategy is to focus on follower growth over a longer period of time, and this might work for somebody who maybe is just trying this out for the first time. They don't want to spend all that money up front. So this works well on a budget of like $5 to $10 per day, and if you stretch this out over a period of let's say 2 or 3 months, that's a considerable amount spent and you should see really good results. Let's dive into Spotify for Artists and see the results of this type of campaign first. So in this first example, as you can see, this time last year, there's very little activity on the Spotify profile. This artist was in 10 to 20 sort of daily listeners, and some days were good. She broke 100 streams and that's cool. But then we started running the campaign around this time, and as you can see, there's slow growth, and as expected, the growth should be relatively slow on a low budget. This was like a $5 a day campaign that we ran for a few months, and then eventually you see these spikes coming. And what happened was Radio, an algorithmic playlist, picked up all of our songs and one in particular and started giving us a few hundred streams, not every day, but occasionally you'd see these like huge spikes, which is really cool. That's one of the points of these campaigns, is to have the algorithms pick up the song and suggest it to potential new fans, but it's not going to do that if it doesn't know what your music's about. It needs to have data on what you are about as an artist and who might potentially like your music. If we look at the followers, consistent growth in terms of followers across when we started running the ads. If you look at the number of saves, there's spikes here and there, there's playlist ads, all of that good stuff. But basically 300% growth over a period of a few months on $5 a day, so very low budget. But look at another example here. Again, we're starting off with even less, with like 0 to 10 daily listeners and streams. And then we start to run a campaign at the end of August here, and as you can see, it slowly starts to grow. And then these peaks here are a playlist campaign that the artist ran. Against my advice, please do not run playlist campaigns. It's a waste of money, because when it ends, it all comes back to zero. If you look at the followers, so it was growing slowly, very slowly, but it was growing. Then we ran a campaign, it starts growing quicker, and then we stop running the campaign. Again, the growth slows down, we start running it again, it goes up like this. That's very, very typical of a campaign like this. Like I said, it's slow, but it's consistent. So if you have a limited budget, $5, $10 per day, it's like $150, $200 per month that you spend on marketing. You get lots of followers and lots of streams, and as you can see, when we run a campaign, there's lots more saves, there's lots more playlist ads, as opposed to when you don't run a campaign. That's what a follower growth kind of campaign can do for you. On a low budget of $5 to $10 per day, spread out over a period of a few months, you will see consistent growth. And if you're starting from zero to running $5 per day, it makes a huge difference. Now, a release push kind of campaign can do incredible things for you, but it is risky. There is risk involved. Sometimes it doesn't work out because we have to push it really hard at the beginning. I would say don't bother doing it unless you have at least $1,000 in terms of just ad budget to spend. Plus, you got to consider that you have to pay the agency fee. Maybe you want to hire a graphic designer to come up with some cool videos and stuff like that. So it's not cheap, but it can do incredible things. This artist released this song on May 18th. And we ran some ads in the beginning for the first month or so. And by May 27th, on Saturday, it was on Release Radar with a huge push and like 800 listeners, right? So these first few days, this first week's crucial. So you want to really push it hard. You want to pretty much, out of $1,000, you want to spend probably $300-400 in that first week. Then it wasn't doing so well because we scaled back some of the spend, but almost 2 months after the release came the first huge Discover Weekly boost. And they keep happening, you know, maybe once or twice a month on a Monday. There's just this spike of listeners coming in. You know, in less than a year, this song has amassed 123,000 streams. Saves, as you can see, it correlates with those spikes. So on Mondays, there is a spike in saves, which is what you should be seeing. If you're just seeing a spike in streams, something is wrong. Essentially, you want people to save your song so they can come back and listen to it again and again and again and become fans of yours, which is what all of this is about. The best thing about this, though, is that you can retarget all the people that clicked on your ad and went to your Spotify profile, because we're doing all of this through Meta Ads Manager, where you can target all the people that have clicked on your ad, all the people that have visited your Instagram profile, and you can show them your new release, and so on and so forth. And these followers, these new followers that you're getting from these campaigns, they're going to see your next release on their Spotify release radar, and eventually it should grow exponentially. As always, if you want more details and you want more nuts and bolts, feel free to go on our website, nelarecords.com, and schedule a free consultation. My name is Bulat, and I'm the CEO and founder, and I'll see you next time. Thank you.